Hi, hello there! We have a new runner event today, and inside it has a beautiful new dragon. But just very quickly before we head into the runner event and over to the grid event as well, I did just want to very quickly point out that in the Discord server we have a new Find an Alliance channel, and in this you can either post that you have an alliance that has free spots, or if you're someone that's looking for a specific alliance, we have the list of every single existing quackalakes clan that we know exists, and you can find any free alliances in this space here. So if you've got an alliance that you want people to join, feel free to post this in this channel here, or again, if you're looking for one, you can join that one there. It was requested a few times, so there you go, you now have an alliance chat. But anyway, back to the important thing for today. We have the wonderful Culture Runner event, and in this we have this wonderful new Culture Dragon. I don't know, he's just very bright. He almost gives me like Disney vibes looking at his face, but he is a dragon with happy primary. We've got nature, fire, and ice, which is whatever. We don't really care about his elements too much because he's just a regular old dragon, but he is very nice. I would love to add him to our collection. But this runner event itself, I wanted to point out that if you are going for the Dreamland dragon in the grid event, it's actually quite important that you do well in this runner event very early on, because you'll see that in the Freedom Island grid event, which has this boy here, Dreamland, you're gonna need like 22,000 currency to get him. I've got 17,000 currency right now, but there's only 2 days of resets left, including the current one. And so if you want to get your hands on Dreamland, you are going to have to get currency out of this runner event, because you'll see in runner events we have the roulette wheels and we have other drops, and they drop grid coins. But since this runner event lasts for 4 days, at this point the event will give grid currency, but if you wait 2 days until after the grid event is over, it will give currency for a different event. So depending on what your goal is, that should basically determine when you're going to do your runner event runs. And since I think I'm going for Dreamland and I'm going to ignore the collection a bit, I need to be grinding this Culture runner event ASAP. The thing is, we've got like 500 grid coins here, we've got another 600 here, but we've got grid coins all the way up to here. Like there's 1,000 grid coins right there, and then we have culture and then other rewards that of course would be nice to get. But ideally we would need to get at least to these 1,000 grid coins. And so with only 2 days to do this, that means that we need to be hard grinding and using all of our runner stamps as soon as possible, rather than leaving them to the end, which is what you would do if you're not actually going for the grid event dragon. So since we're going to do that, I guess we should do this event. I did want to quickly point out that with this breeding dragons quest, of course, if you did manage to get 12-hour speed ups like I have, then you can use a combination such as secret, fire plus naughty dragons, and you'll see that they are popped over into my my breeding den right here, because these two combined, they're not going to give you anything with a super long breeding or hatching time, which means that you can skip them with 12-hour time skips. But sometimes you're going to get super short breeds out of those. Of course, you can also use the classic War X War combo just to guarantee, or close to guarantee, that you're going to get an egg. But if you get Thor, then you're going to have to wait before you can hatch it. But they are very useful things to keep in mind when you are doing these breeding quests. Of course, if you don't have perma 12-hour time skips, you're just going to be doing Terra X Terra most of the time. So there is that too. The other thing about this Culture Run event, and also the grid event, of course, is the fact that we've still got quests ongoing right now. We've got Eternal Light quest, we've got Fight for Freedom quest, and we have the new Runner Stamp quest. So definitely getting these extra runner stamps, and potentially a freedom chest if you are absolutely insane with your logging in, but they are, of course, there. Now, we do have the heroic race coming up very soon as well. We do know what his elements and such are. I'm going to go through those later on, not today, but just at a different time. But of course, you should be preparing for heroic race as well, so you should be saving up as many gems as you possibly can. I know that now we've got new gem tasks, I should say, that have been made available. You'll see that they are saying Yeah, new tasks, more gems. Usually these don't work on PC though, so you see on PC I'll click it, nothing will happen. On mobile I'll click that and I will be given an offer wall task to go for specific games to get, like play and then get rewards for, and some people instead just get surveys to do. So it's different between the different platforms and everything, so I just wanted to make you aware of that. Of course, we've also got Wizard's Hollow with your boy Bio Augmented, which we might as well do this run now. Oh, never mind, it doesn't work. I did see a few people saying that. Well, never mind, let's not do the Bio Augmented run. The thing is, the ads are also broken on PC for me at the moment, so they may be broken for you as well. So anything that's giving ×2 rewards in Culture Run, it may not actually work for you if you're on PC like me. Do I care enough? No. Should I care when it comes to things like gems? Yeah, I probably should, but I don't. So we're just going to do our runs on PC anyway, because I just dislike doing my runs on mobile. But it is really important that you remember which events are coming up and which events, how long they have left when you're doing runner events, because again, the currency that you get from runner events does change based on the other events that are ongoing. And so always being aware of what is going on around you in this game can be very, very useful, because again, without knowing this and without doing this on time, majority of players are going to miss out on getting Dreamland that want him. And remember, getting Dreamland as a whole is going to be a big pain in the butt. So if you actually want to get your hands on Dreamland, you had to be doing like the whole of the puzzle event, you need to be doing the whole of this runner event, and you obviously need to be logging in for every single reset as well. It's just one of those dragons where in grid events, they make them incredibly difficult to get for free-to-plays for whatever reason. Like tower events, you can normally get the dragon unless you get really unlucky. Grid events, you have to do like every single run-up event to be able to get the dragon free to play. And then of course we've got short maze events, which are very similar, and normally to get the short maze event main reward dragons, you have to get lucky with the ads, and there is like nothing else that you can really do. But currently we are on pace to be able to get Dreamland if we get that extra currency and we keep logging in. And ads, of course, have been helpful, although I did miss one set of ads yesterday because I didn't log in for the day before to log in to, you know, there's 2 sets of ads that you can watch to get grid currency, for instance, and I forgot to watch them yesterday. And so because there's a 6-hour gap between them both, yeah, screw this, we're not going to be able to watch that ad. But since there's a 6-hour time gap between the 2 sets of ads, if you don't watch the first set with at least 6 hours to go, you're not going to be able to get the second set of ad rewards. So I missed out on like 1 set of these ads. Hopefully that will not cost us in the end. It shouldn't do. From my calculations, we should indeed be able to get Dreamland if we do indeed spend all of our runner stamps and get him immediately, like all the currency in that, we should be able to get him. But, you know, if we don't log in or we forget, anything can happen. But of course, we've also got freedom chests that are in this Culture Run event, and if you are going for the event items in the grid event, then good luck, because, you know, there are some very decent rewards in this mythic egg chest, and then we've got this insane collection. So yeah, if you want to go and do all that stuff, go crazy, go wild. Apart from that, there's not too much else going on apart from Alliance chest. I think at the moment we are just in the run-up to waiting for the next heroic race, really, which again, you're going to need gems, you're going to need at least some gold to be able to potentially, if you want to have like half farms, do half good food and half the shortest food, or just all of them the shortest food. And the upcoming heroic race is probably not going to be anything like the previous heroic race that we had with the reduced timers and everything. It's probably going to be a regular old heroic race, unless they change their mind about that. So that is what it is. But of course, with these Culture Run events and runner events in general, you're going to need to get at least 4,500 points to get the Culture Dragon, which is very easily doable free to play. You can even miss like a couple of resets and still make it. But you got to be logging in, doing every single one of your tasks. And if you want a gem to get to a higher reward, like say you want to get the insignias even, you're going to have to gem for that. But it is possible via gemming, but I wouldn't suggest wasting tons of your gems just before a major event. Just saying, your choice. But yes, I guess I will wish you the best of luck. Make sure that you're doing all of your quests properly. And again, for the hatching quest, you can either hatch either like archangel eggs, war eggs. You can just pop them in and then hatch them that way, or terra eggs. Terra eggs do work, they may just take some extra time. But I suppose for now we will continue on with our Eternal Light quests, and for now, enjoy.